Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. I am faffing around with the camera here. That should be okay. Red Parrot channel, welcome. Craft with me, working on the elephant journal. Complete rethink from the coffee filters to a standard 6x9 2 signature journal. Need a cover. And I feel like today is a good day to show what I usually do, or what I can do, what I sometimes do. I'm going to show you building my cover because I want to play with fabric today. And have a cup of tea. So we'll spend about an hour together faffing around. So this is gray felt. I'm going to have to, I want to use that as the base, and I'm not fond of it because it is not a natural fiber. This is basically, oh, well, I suppose it could. It's basically a petrochemical. Any plastic is made from oil, the oil industry. And it's not very nice to feel. But you know what, we'll deal. So that's sort of the softer side. When we last left, I had printed on fabric, just a stamp, and I have colored it with Caran d'Ache crayons. And then I squirted it and just let the color bleed. This has got ink in it, and so ink is a water-soluble color that will float around. It's also sort of a, what do we want to call it? A watercolor of sorts. So we've got the orange, happy with that. I had the white down for the trunks, which worked, but I think I need to put a little bit more brown in. Just to make them work. Which way is the sun coming? Sun's sort of coming that way. There. I have no idea what color an elephant's eyes are. I think they're brown. We're going to go with that. And then we're going to go with this, and I'm not going to put any more color on it. I'm not going to put water on it. This probably could do with the marker. That would be another way of being able to color it. Anyways, we have a piece of fabric. This either is going to go on the cover or it's not. One or the other. So we've got that. Okay. So back to some design choices for a minute. We have picked these colors here. Warm colors to go with a gray elephant. It is also a color story for where you find elephants, i.e. in warm climates. So I think I'm looking for fabrics in this colorway. And I'm just going to drag this over. So I have got a lot. This is fun. So is this red. So is that. I'm going to put that aside because I don't think that's currently my favored. My favored is this. This is gorge. This is a thrifted shirt dress. I am very lucky to live in a place where we have a fantastic multicultural community, and going to the thrift store is sometimes a world tour, which I so appreciate. So we've got that as options, but I don't want to just take a big whack of this and make it a cover or anything else, but we've got this, and this I think is as perfect as you can get. I don't know, we'll put that aside for the moment. So this would work. Just like plunk that down like that. So one of the things that we're going to need to do is make this, and then we're going to cut it in half, and then we are going to put in some kind of a spine. So I just feel like I should prepare us both for that emotional inevitability. Then I'm not going to worry too much about getting it perfectly trimmed, perfectly edged. It'll be fine. I like this. This is recovered sari silk from a chindi rug. I've got this. This is more sari silk that's really needs an iron. Yeah, we'll put it there. So this is my bin. Not everything in here is gonna, ooh, look at that. Some of that. Let's have a go through this together. Ooh, I like those. That might work. I think I was making something with that. Ooh, here's some more of that. That's pink. Maybe. Ooh, yep, like this, like. Yep. Oh, this is a piece of echo printed stuff, fabric. Ooh, I like this. That might not be the right color, but we'll put it out and have a test. Ooh, more of that. Oh, nice. Oh, I love this. This is a piece of fabric that I used a gajillion years ago for a medieval dress. It's pure cotton. And I love that dress. And I love that, probably because I love the material. Okay, is there anything else in here? Oh, yep. That's long. That's something. Yeah, sure. Ooh, shiny. It's actually orange. Actually. Ooh, here's a whack of, oh, wow, I was doing squares. It's another light piece. Do you think we have enough? I'm gonna go with yes for the moment. And go right to the bottom. See if, it's cute. Pumpkin, sure, why not? I think elephants like pumpkins. Ooh, that's pretty. Sure. Okay, let's stop there. Oh, we should have more than enough. We don't need to cut anything yet. Pens. I'm only doing that because there's a torn edge down here that I like a lot. And I don't know how I'm going to attach this yet. I can hand sew it, I can hand baste it, I can machine sew it. No, I kind of want to, oops, careful. Another safety note of this kind of felt is that I said earlier that it's a petrochemical. That means it's plastic. That means it will not enjoy at all being ironed. Okay, that's just folded. Let's do that. Okay, so we're still good. Still got lots of stuff left. I don't want to do that. Nope, back over to here. I think I've told you before that I follow a textile artist. Her name is Ariane Zurcher. Totally follow if you are remotely interested in, I think, 3 things. 1, textile art in all of its forms. Mental health, and also the artistic process. In any event, she has a wonderful video up of a tour that she took. She lives in New York. And is that too pink? Maybe it's too pink. Too pink for now. A tour that she took of her hometown, New York. It's an art, like a museum tour. Just the right side. I think it's that side. She's a constant source of inspiration and encouragement, which is also super helpful. And Zurian is, so Ariane, A-R-I-A-N, and Zurian is spelt with a Z. Z-U-R-C-H-E-R? Okay. This is why we pin. Oh, that's fun. That little pink splodge shows up. Okay. Ooh, we've got another one of these. So funny how fabric has memory in it. I know I got all excited about and I'm going to cover it up. We're just going to cover it up. It'll be fine. That I can just have, look at it and go, oh, I know what I was making with that. I know what I was making with that. I know where that came from. Oh, I like the back of that better than the front. Front's a bit... not harsh, but you know what I mean. We can let things go over the edge. It'll be fine. There. I have not added any of those. So what else do I have here? That's purple. Okay, let's try. It doesn't have to be straight, doesn't. And it took me a long time to realize that the more perfect something is visually, the less interesting it is. And I believe this is, I can take that idea to the bank, because I have been watching so much Landscape Artist of the Year BBC show. And the judges do not like what they would call bland. As in, yes, well, it's a great visual representation, but I don't feel anything. And I'm thinking a lot about this notion of, do you feel anything when you look at something? Because there's a technical skill, notch, obs, but there is also an emotional skill. I don't know if that's a thing. Not quite. Sure. I like that better. And also, the show is also making me want to go out and try to draw a landscape in plein air, which is go outside and do it. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come here. This isn't working. It's green. So why would you replace it with another green? Ooh. It's more sari silk. It's a little plain. No, I don't want any cool colors. That green it's got a little bit of green there, but this one would work. Sure. Oh, this has got, well, you know what? That's fine. It'll be fine. So once I get the Landscape Artists of the Year, all of the videos watched, there is also Portrait Artist of the Year, and there's also Canadian versions of at least the landscape. But I don't know how many episodes there are. Some more green. It's almost yellow. No. No. That would be all right. Let's do that. Oops. Stop. I kind of just want to attach it kind of like as it is. Ow. I am working on a large embroidery piece. It's a coat. And this embroidery is taking for absolute ever. I'm going to be doing this forever, it seems like. And I am regularly reminded that pins are sharp and needles are sharp. It's ridiculous. But I am here to report that that is in fact what's happening. So I need to cut that piece off because I want some of it. So I have to go up there. I would like it a little, where's the half? Where is half? 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about there. That's the halfway mark. Okay, so it does need to have a strong horizontal and a strong bit like that. I wonder if I could just, oh, I want to iron that there. And that also needs to be underneath, I think. Not that much. It's got to go out like that. Yes. Okay. There. Okay. Now then, let's take some of this off to the side. Okay, we can cut that off now. There. So this is our current work. current cover. Looks ridiculous. I like this a lot. And I feel like what I need to do is do some hand stitching on it. Oh, these work. That might be fun. So this long pause, this long silence is me just sort of looking at it. No, it's too... You need something that's like this or like this, like it's more Indian and organic in nature. This would also work really nicely. Did I have it a little bit? Oh, here. I think I'm going to do that. Kind of like this has got this little bit in it. This is always the way. The front is always very... Okay, that needs to go there, I think. I'll get there. I'll get there. Need to cover that white splodge. That's better. Oh, that's maybe what I'm going to do. Cover the white splodges. Change the whole thing when you cover one thing with another. I don't want all of it, I just want this little bit. I want it to kind of go there. Okay, well, we've got that pinned within an inch of its life. Where did I want to do that? There, or like that. I don't know, it's a bit dull. Can we fix it in post? Are we done? Let's see, one more little bit. Yeah, let's do something like that. Brown or have the purple? I think it's just the brown. saw somebody on the internet do a thing, as I am always wont to do. And it was about making a cover that had so much texture in it. And I wonder, so I think we're going to be good here. So I'm going to sew this together. Wow, a lot of pins. And then we're going to cut it like that. And I feel like I should be on camera when I cut it because that's always thrilling. Create a spine and then like a strip backing. And I think this will be the inside cover. If that's the inside cover. Like that. So you have that as the inside, and then that, and then a book of elephants. Ooh, and this is yellow. So I should do some trimming of this because some of this, ooh. Okay, so this is already coming apart. Is it glued? Oh, it's glued. Okay, easy, easy. I could just ream it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to spoil. As much of this as I can. Okay, maybe we'll have to ream it. So some of this got better sealing than other parts. This is what we would call it, a gentle reminder to use your stuff. Okay, I think if we're stuck here, yep, no, we're good. We're good. That was a little manky, but that's okay. Where did this go? Oh, this went here. Never mind. Yes, please. There's another little one. There's a three-fer on the sleeves. Come on, you can do it. There. Oops. Yes, please. I wonder if this one comes apart like that too. I bet it does. Or is it sewn? Hang on. We're going in. Oh, all right. Oh, I'm going to say that is sealed because of that kind of wrinkling. Oh, it might be easier just to cut it out. Okay, so we're faffing around with that. We don't need to do that. This little bit of trimmy lace doesn't really make elephant sense, does it? It doesn't, but it goes with the colors, so let's do that. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta get it the right way up. Oh, and I'm gonna ruin that. Maybe I won't. We'll keep it for something else, maybe. Yes. Does not look yum. I think it looks yum. So what color do I use to put this in? Probably a medium gray. And I think what I want to do is I will just do some very light stitching around. Though I have K3N in my head saying, why don't you just do that elegant basting and then you're done? Not a bad idea. It would also allow me to take all of these pins out and do some course correction easily, as opposed to having the machine on revved. Okay, so I will be right back. And we're back. I have my bits, my sewing bits anyways. So all of these colors in this glom mess is my embroidery project. And look at me. So I have, this is, I don't know if you can see, this is gray thread, already needled, already threaded. Like, you live right. It is so exciting when that happens. So I have basic, this is the color of the thread. It is dual duty, all-purpose number 620, 100% polyester. And some people sew with the thimble and some people don't. And I don't know that there are people that do either. I'm kind of a thimble person because I use that finger relentlessly. So let's, where are we at here? Okay. Alrighty, so the method for doing the basting is pull the needle up. And I'm gonna go sort of diagonally this way, just because I want to get things trapped, I guess. So essentially what we are going to do is, I need a piece of paper. I'm stretching, there we are. If this is your fabric, and we've just done a knot, we have put the needle through and it's up that way. What we're going to do is we're going to come down and essentially we're going to do small little bites and then move about a ½ an inch. Small little bite, ½ an inch. Small little bite, ½ an inch. And just keep going. And this is, it was sort of invented or popularized by a lady whose name I don't know. I can't remember. And it is very stable. And the reason why it is stable is because this goes back on itself. So if you cut here, let's say accidentally, this one might pop out, but it's more complicated for the thread to come out because it's got to go back on itself. So it's a lovely little piece of engineering. Back to my issue, and that is, so I've come up, and I'm just going to go back, and I'm going to come up, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to come up, one pin down. This kind of basting also gets rid of the pins. Rachel at Roxy Creation and her sister Sarah do a lot of stitching, and they do not necessarily this kind of basting, but they make sure that once they get their fabric laid down, they do some stabilization like this so that they get rid of the pins. Because this is what happens. Everything gets caught. And it slows down the process a lot. And I'm not going to sew this down yet, because options. I'll probably take that one out. Oh, this is going to be yummy. I think I do need to do some stitching on it. Oops. So the question becomes, and I don't know that it's really a question, and did I ask this already, or did I just say that I was going to? When it comes to doing the cutting in half of this, I should do it on camera. I have some craft friends, and one of them is a huge knitter. I have many craft friends. These two craft friends in particular. One is a just a massive knitter, and I was talking about this, and she said, "Ooh, this is like steeking." And the method of steeking, if you are unaware, is you basically do knitting in the round to make a sweater. And then once you're done all of that, you basically take scissors and you cut. And it is sort of a one-shot, nerve-wracking, totally freak yourself out kind of thing. And so the other thing that you can notice is that you can't notice really where the thread is gone, where the basting is. Could if you flipped it over. But on the front, it is very difficult to visually pick out. Oops. And I don't need to hand sew this at all. I can use the machine just as easily. But why machine sew when you can do some hand sewing? I mean, really. Ow. So that's going to come out. I'm going to keep that in. Let's go up this way. I think it's important to be able to get pleasure from the process. Ow. Apart from the odd stabby. There. I'm catching that in a bit just because I can. And there. So you can either knot, or you can just do like 1, 2, 3. Bink. You can see where I making about that approximate amount of noise. See, you have no idea where the stitching is, except there's sort of less pins, which is terrific. And so this one will go there. Where'd the other one go? Just lost it? No, I didn't. It's right here. So I'll put those on after I get some of this basting done. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to keep going, and then I might do some embellishing with actual embroidery floss, maybe up here. Where the spirit takes me, I think, is probably a safe way of explaining where I'm going to be going. That is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.